In a stunning twist that has sent ripples across the West African mining landscape, Ghana has officially canceled a $1.2 billion bauxite lease with local mining firm Rocksure International. This dramatic move marks a strategic pivot by the government of Ghana, one that signals not only a change in direction, but a recalibration of ambition. A move now aimed at luring major global investors to unlock the untapped riches buried deep within the hills of Nianaheen. Before we dive deeper into today's update, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is key to helping us grow and reach more viewers like you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. This isn't just any mining deal. It's about one of West Africa's richest, most underutilized reserves of bauxite, the essential raw material needed to produce aluminium, the backbone of everything from aircraft and automobiles to smartphones and beverage cans. Ghana, already known as the continent's leading gold producer, is now taking bold steps to rewrite its story in the aluminium value chain. But the path forward has been anything but smooth. The Nyinahin Hills in central Ghana, estimated to hold a staggering 376 million metric tons of bauxite, were once the beating heart of a high-stakes joint venture. This project, the Asante Bauxite Company, brought together Rocksure International, the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, known as GIADEC, and the Ghanaian government. With Rocksure holding a dominant 70% stake, the state-backed GIADEC had 20%, and the government itself retained 10%. Together, they were poised to not only mine the bauxite, but also build an alumina refinery that would process the ore domestically, keeping more of the value chain within Ghana's borders. It was a grand vision, one that aimed to catapult Ghana into a position of power in the global aluminium market. Yet, despite all the plans, the contracts, and the headlines, there was one critical flaw. The lease was never ratified by Parliament. And under Ghana's legal framework, bolstered by a decisive 2019 Supreme Court ruling that made the entire arrangement null and void. So now the deal is off the table. Rocksure is out, and the Ghanaian government is on the hunt for new, more experienced international players who can bring the technical expertise, financial muscle, and long-term commitment needed to finally tap into the potential of the Nianaheen reserves. According to sources close to the matter, the government has already opened advanced talks with some heavy hitters, including Dubai-based Emirates Global Aluminium, one of the world's leading aluminium producers, and several well-known Chinese firms. It's a bold, calculated gamble by Ghana, one that could pay off handsomely if executed well. You see, Ghana holds an estimated 900 million metric tons of bauxite in total, ranking it among the top 10 globally. Yet, despite this immense natural wealth, the country has lagged far behind its neighbors when it comes to extraction, refining, and export. Guinea, for example, has emerged as a dominant force in bauxite production and is already supplying large quantities to global markets. Meanwhile, Ghana has struggled to scale up its own operations due to infrastructure limitations, inconsistent investment, and legal hurdles like the one that just torpedoed the Rocksure deal. But this new approach might just be the reset Ghana needs. For Emirates Global Aluminium, the timing could not be more perfect. The company had previously considered investing in Ghana as early as 2022, but reportedly backed off to avoid jeopardizing its relationships in Guinea, where it held a valuable mining license. Fast forward to today, and that license in Guinea has since been revoked due to delays in constructing a refinery, essentially forcing EGA to look elsewhere for supply. And Ghana, with its abundant reserves and newfound urgency, is now back on their radar. The stakes could not be higher. EGA has already signed a memorandum of understanding with GIADEC to explore potential opportunities in Ghana. While no binding contracts have been announced just yet, insiders suggest that serious discussions are underway behind the scenes. EGA, for its part, has emphasized that sourcing bauxite from Ghana aligns perfectly with its long-term strategic goal to diversify its raw material sources and expand aluminium production capacity worldwide. But beyond corporate boardrooms and investment memos lies a much larger narrative, one that could reshape Ghana's economic future. The country is now actively seeking to become more than just a source of raw materials. It wants to be a regional hub for processing, refining, and industrial transformation. And that means developing domestic capacity for value addition, creating thousands of new jobs, and injecting billions of dollars into the national economy. According to the Ghana Chamber of Mines, national bauxite output is already projected to rise from a record 1.7 million metric tons in 2024 to 2 million tons in 2025. That trajectory reflects a deeper intention. Ghana is no longer content with playing a supporting role in the global supply chain. The country is now pushing to lead. Yet all of this depends on execution. The government will have to be strategic about which investors it partners with, how the deals are structured, and what safeguards are put in place to protect national interests. It will also need to build the supporting infrastructure, roads, rail lines, and power grids that can support a modern, industrialized bauxite industry. Most importantly, transparency and legal clarity will be essential if Ghana hopes to avoid the setbacks of the past. The canceled Rocksure deal, while unfortunate, may ultimately serve as a wake-up call. A reminder that intentions, no matter how ambitious, must be backed by sound governance and rigorous parliamentary oversight. And perhaps this moment will mark the start of a more mature phase in Ghana's mining sector, one where international standards, local partnerships, and sustainable development go hand in hand. For local communities near the Nyinahin Hills, the promise of renewed investment brings with it a mix of hope and caution. Residents are keenly aware of the potential benefits: jobs, schools, roads, and health clinics, but also wary of broken promises and environmental degradation. This is where government accountability becomes key. If managed well, the development of the Nianaheen bauxite reserves could transform not just Ghana's industrial landscape, but also improve the livelihoods of thousands of Ghanaians. At the global level, the timing couldn't be more relevant. Aluminium demand is rising rapidly across multiple industries, from electric vehicles and green energy infrastructure to high-tech manufacturing. The world is looking for stable, sustainable sources of raw materials, and Ghana is positioning itself as exactly that: a country that offers both geological abundance and political stability. And so the world watches closely as Ghana opens a new chapter in its mining story. It is a tale of high ambition, bold reversals, and second chances. A story of local dreams colliding with global opportunity. And while the road ahead is uncertain, one thing is clear: Ghana is no longer waiting in the wings. It is stepping onto the main stage, ready to forge new partnerships and shape its destiny in the world of bauxite and beyond. So, as negotiations heat up and investment decisions loom, one can't help but feel that Ghana's mining sector is at a historic crossroads. The cancellation of the $1.2 billion deal may seem like a setback on the surface, but in reality, it could be the beginning of something far bigger: a pivot that opens the door to a new era of industrialization, growth, and prosperity. And maybe, just maybe, this time, Ghana gets it right.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.